Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Boone coming at you all with a brand new video. It's the first day of summer break. Not really, it's the first day of Supreme being over though, which feels like summer break. Like honestly, it feels like we just got let out of school, so we're about to turn up. If you're watching this video right now, I really appreciate it because that means you're still rocking with me during the off season. And we actually have a lot of videos kind of wrapping up SS20 on the way. I have a few ideas for videos I'm going to do just recapping Supreme SS20. Honestly, one of my favorite seasons to happen in recent years. And that's crazy for me to say because y'all saw my manual experience all season long. I don't want to talk about it. Let's just get into this video where we're going to discuss the top 10 best resale items of the season. Now, once you're finished watching this video, I want you to tell me if you were able to pick up any of the items I discussed in this list. If you got like at least two of the things I'm going to talk about, then you had a good season because a lot of these items are selling for like $400 to $500 over retail. Drop a like if you enjoy and want to see more like top 5 or top 10 list videos. Feel free to recommend any other ideas you have in the comments. Also, drop a sub to the channel if you want to join the Discord. Just hit me up on my Instagram at Boone. I'll send out invites. Let's get into this top 10 list though. I hope you guys enjoy. So I've compiled 10 of the best resale items from this last season. I'm going to discuss the retail of those items. I'm not going to include tax or shipping or anything, but then I'm also going to tell you the resale price above retail. One thing I should mention is this list is categorized purely by the resale profit margin. There are some items that released this season, such as like the Oreos or ponchos, that you only had to spend like $8 per a pack of those items, and you could resell some of those packs for like 2 or 3 times retail. So I would low-key say those were also some of the best resale items of the season, but today we're purely talking about the total profit margin you would have made off this item. So starting it off with number 10, we're going way back to the first week of Supreme where we actually received insane stuff, man. Honestly, I think week 1 of SS20 was one of the single best Supreme weeks we have seen from this brand since like 2017, maybe even 2016. And this was especially true when we saw just like some of the best resale I think I've ever seen from a week. So one of the highlight items of that week was the Supreme Faux Fur Varsity Jacket. And this was an item that I think a lot of people had a feeling would splash big time. It's definitely a bizarre one because size medium for this item is actually kind of a brick. Like honestly, size medium, navy and yellow, I don't even think you're making any money. You're probably losing money on those. But if you got like a large XL, obviously small, but like getting small is so hard, but larger XL, those are actually going for insane resale prices. The yellow colorway of this jacket specifically was a huge shocker to me. I was predicting that navy would perform super well, but I did not think yellow would be doing like $700 resale. This could have made it higher in the list just because sizes like XL are doing insanely well, but just because of the fact that like medium is kind of a brick, I kept this at the number 10 slot. But let's move on to our next Supreme item, and this is one of the biggest surprises on this list. I literally called this a brick when I saw it in the weekly drop list preview, and that is going to be the Supreme Lamborghini coveralls. Now you cannot tell me you thought this item was going to be selling for $150 to $225 over retail. There was 2 colorways that released, the black as well as the neon green. For whatever reason they didn't do a coral colorway of this item, but that would have looked awful, so I'm glad they didn't. But this thing actually ended up reselling for super good money, and they're actually kind of rare. Like if you look on StockX, I noticed there wasn't even a lowest ask for a lot of the sizes, which means this thing could actually even be worth more than the resale I'm saying it's going for. But this is another item where the resale varies very much based upon the size you got. Medium, brick size as always, XL, smalls, going for big money. So that huge variation in the sizing prices is why it's at the number 9 slot. Pretty crazy profit though, off of an otherwise sleeper item. Like this was a very manageable cop for manual people. If you got one of these, you knew something that we didn't, because man, I did not think these would resell like that. So moving on to the number 8 item, this was a more predictable resell piece. I feel like you're a dumbass if you didn't think this thing was gonna flip. I'm talking about the Supreme TNF Cargo Jacket, specifically in the rainbow colorway. Now I will say that I didn't know the rainbow would be the hardest colorway of this collab. I remember in my drop list video, I was hyping up black just because black is one of the traditionally most reliable colorways for resale profit. However, I was saying the rainbow was kind of the big question mark. It could have either bricked savagely because it is kind of glaring, at least in my opinion, but also it is the loud colorway, the very original colorway. I never would have thought they were gonna make this rainbow road looking ass color for a Supreme TNF jacket. It is very unique from any other color they've done, and I think it helped it out a lot. And their resale price, again, it does vary with the sizing. With TNF, mediums always are just gonna do bad. Everything ever, mediums just do bad. You guys know that by now. The XLs though are going for crazy profit, and I expect these to keep going up. So this is one of those items I would hold on to, especially because of how just different that pink colorway was. So next up, this is gonna be a painful one. Cue the sad music. We got the Supreme MLB Varsity Jacket, and this one, man, this was a brutal one. Like, you guys already know the story. I get sick of saying it, but yes, I actually ended up manualing one of these, and it got canceled, as well as the hat and another multi-item cart that week. This was, again, one of the best weeks of Supreme. We also got the COVID relief box logo the day after this jacket, but that did not steal the spotlight from this piece because it's reselling pretty well. Again, it does vary on the size. XL's popping off. Size medium, for the one time, actually came through for me because that's my size, brick size, baby. It's truly poetic. The brick size is my also personal size on Supreme. I was able to secure this jacket for like $420, not a bad price. They're now going for upwards of $500, and I think XL is at like $600 or $700, somewhere around there. And this, again, I do think is gonna go up in its price. Another very unique item. We don't see too many sports collabs, but now we're starting to move into some of these heavy hitter pieces. The stuff I've talked about so far was really good profit, but there was not many items that were gonna turn you anywhere near a profit that you would have made from these next couple items I'm gonna talk about. Starting it off with another pretty triggering piece. This one, I took a stinky L on. I had zero chance of picking this one up. It flew off the website, and it is flying up in its resale price. We have the Supreme TNF Cargo Pants, specifically in the black colorway. If you were smart, you would have gone for these pants in a different color because the black was extremely difficult to get. I believe they might have even sold out before the jackets did, and it makes sense because this was, again, a very unique item from Supreme. We have seen Supreme TNF pants before, but nothing even close to as sick of a pair as these cargo pants. These multi-pocket gems are definitely like a huge fad in fashion right now. All of a sudden, you're drowning in the biddies if you got pockets all over your shit, whereas back in the day, you might have gotten bullied for rocking cargo anything. And I gotta throw it out there, I was saying that these pants would resell better than the jacket, and I low-key was not lying because the black pair of these pants can turn you a profit of $300+. And what's really nice about these pants is the size you copped really did not matter. They're pretty much popping off in every single size. Pants definitely does not have the crazy variation in resale price as a jacket or t-shirt might. I don't know if these ones are gonna go up too much more in the future, but I don't see them doing any cargo TNF pants soon, so they might, again, just keep climbing in their price. It is insane how much they're reselling for. The retail was $200, and they're going for over double that. Next up on the list has to be my personal favorite item, and definitely like the biggest shocker. Actually, I don't know, those Lambo coveralls, who would have thought? But this item, it's a pretty crazy one. Again, a week 1 release. We have, you're not even ready for this, the Supreme Polkadot Cardigan. That's right, a cardigan, and specifically the navy colorway. This piece has exploded on the resale market. The other colors are really not doing too hot, but this navy gold, it's unheard of, man. I've never seen a cardigan or really any like sleeper item from Supreme going this crazy. There's not like any branding on this thing. I don't even see it in like hypebeasts photos or anything. I know like the Kid Leroy was rocking this one, but these are now reselling for $300 to $400 over retail. holy, like, this was definitely a manageable cop. It was a week 1 item, and week 1's just a shitstorm, so a lot of really good pieces get overlooked. And I'll say this for every season, man, there's a couple gems in week 1 that will end up popping crazy down the line. It's insane. It's actually unreal to me how much it's reselling for. $300 to $400 over retail for a cardigan. I mean, it makes sense, man. I'm not gonna lie, I did kind of mention this one would pop off, but I never in my wildest dreams thought this thing would be selling for as much as it does now. One of my favorite items of this list because it doesn't scream hypebeast. Like, I feel like this might be the one item that doesn't say Supreme anywhere on the item. It might say Supreme like super small, but very original one, very crazy it made this list. But let's continue. You guys are probably waiting for me to say this one. I honestly hate even having it on the list because it almost feels like cheating. We have the COVID relief box logo. I mean, it's a box logo. Like, of course it's gonna make this list, especially in a season that really had no other box logo. This wasn't even supposed to release this year. Like, it wasn't even supposed to exist. However, COVID came along, lit, like so fire, wrecked everyone's shit. However, if you cop this t-shirt, I guess you could kind of give a fist bump to COVID, maybe like elbow, because quarantine or some shit. I don't know, bad jokes. But this box logo tee is certainly popping off, man. And I feel like everyone, the moment they saw this t-shirt, should have known it was gonna do crazy numbers. When you get my boy Murakami on a Supreme collab, of course it's like, no shit, that bitch is about to flip. This thing's going crazy. As with most box logos and items on this list, the size you got did have a huge impact on how much you would make from it. The size small box logos are going for like 700 plus, while size medium is at like 500. Retail was super cheap though. It was a t-shirt. It was 60 bucks, and it would have fetched you a profit of 450 to 600, which is insane. I took a stinker L on this one. A little painful to talk about, so let's move on to our next item. I feel like I haven't said for a little bit what number we're now on. This is the number 3 slot of this list, and we got an item I feel like many people expected to do well, but honestly, I feel like this one surpassed everyone's expectations. I'm talking the Supreme BB belt. BBs with the robins, looking all resell. Like, this thing is going insane. It's actually selling for $550 plus resell if you got it in the white color. Now, the other 2 colorways, black and red, are not doing so hot, but that white with the rainbow lettering, it's going for insane prices, man. 900 lowest asks on StockX. That's a lot of money for a damn belt. But I honestly think this is one of the coolest Supreme accessories they've done in quite some time. I remember I was a huge fan of it. I never would have rocked this shit. I would have gotten robbed so quickly. However, if you were able to get this one, I hope you're not wearing it because the resale for it is through the roof, man. And that's how it became the number 3 best resale item of the season. But let's get into the top 2 best resale items from this last season. If you copped either of these items, I mean, if you copped anything on this list, you take a dub, my G. Like, you're out here, you're balling, you can talk your shit. Go do it in the comments. It'll help this video out. Thanks. Let's get into it. Number 2. I think this is the only item I actually got for retail on this list. I mean, I should have had the MLB Varsity. But anyways, we have the Supreme Hole Punch Denim Trucker Jacket. Specifically the blue colorway, although the other 2 colors are doing great. But this piece, oh my Christ, man. This thing is reaching the heavens with its resale price. Now, I do want to brag on this one because I saw it coming from a mile away. I actually said in my Discord, this was going to touch $1,000. And some people were like, bro, you're tripping. Like, no, that's not happening. However, the moment after this thing went live on Supreme, the StockX price was already at $600 to $700. Size XL or large are at $900, and I know XL's gone above $1,000 already, which is so insane. I cannot tell you guys how crazy that is for a Supreme jacket in 2020 to be selling for over $1,000. And I actually think this jacket had the most fair, reasonable retail of this entire list. It's actually absurd to me how cheap it was. $218 for this all over ripped print with a crazy spell out on the backside. This piece also released right around the whole Chrome Hearts lawsuit, and it does kind of have a Chrome Hearts vibe to it, so I feel like that only helped this item. Not to mention, it also looks very similar to the Supreme Louis Vuitton jacket that also just goes for stupid amounts. If you got one of these jackets, you would be making $500 to $700 $200, and that's only gonna go up. I do gotta shout out Chef Static for cooking mine up because I did not manual that shit. I will say these were extremely hard to get manual, especially the blue colorway, just like those Vans. But let's move on. Really fast, just say in your head what you think that number one item's gonna be. And while you think about it, I just had to give an honorable mention to two different items. We have the Supreme Workbench as well as the Supreme Air Forces. I don't know why I call this a workbench for the next like 3 minutes, but yeah, I'm so sorry. Feel free to roast me, honestly. I'm dumb as fuck. What the fuck's a workbench? I don't know. Now, the workbench I wanted to mention in here just because I have not really seen any sales for this. If you guys know how much these workbenches have been selling for, please do let me know because I looked through eBay. It's not even on StockX. The retail for this, $8,800. I wasn't even telling people to go for this because I didn't really know if I had confidence in it reselling, and I can't even find sales of it, so I don't know how well it's doing. I'm sure it's going for over retail because it was so limited, but it's kind of scary if it's this difficult to sell it because it is a kind of weirder big accessory. So do let me know if you guys know like an accurate resale estimate for that one. But the Air Forces I also had to throw in here because the variation in the prices on sizes is so like unheard of for Supreme. I felt like I couldn't give it like an actual spot on this list. If you got like a size 10 like your boy did, that's right, we manualed us a pair of these and then sold them for under what they're going for now. In size 10 they're at like $350 currently, which would make you about 200 bucks in profit, maybe like 225. Not too bad. However, if you got like a size 4, size 6, some of these way smaller sizes, you could be making almost $1,000 off a pair of Air Forces with a little box. Like, oh my god, bro, if you thought resale was dead for Supreme, think again. You were so wrong because I never ever would have imagined these Supreme Air Forces going for over $1,000. It's crazy, bro. It is actually crazy to think about that. I didn't feel like I could accurately put it on this list, but the Supreme Air Force was certainly one of the highlight items of this season. Let's get into the number one slot though. I feel like many of you should know what I'm about to say. It's the big accessory of the season. I probably just gave it away right there. The Supreme S&M 1995 BMX dirt bike. This thing is again going for crazy profit. Of course it is. It's the highlight accessory of the season. Every season Supreme comes out with some crazy super limited accessory that's super expensive but also sells for the moon. This year we got the billionth bike that they've released. I'm sorry, I'm still annoyed they keep doing these bikes, but this is a cool one. It's probably my favorite bike they've done of the bunch. Actually, that Coleman joint kind of hard. But this thing is pretty cool, and the resale price is even cooler. It's selling for $2,000 plus profit. On StockX, these are only at like $4,200 or something around that. But on eBay, they're going for around $5,000. And I'm sure you could probably get either of those prices for it. But if you were somehow able to cop one, you got the best resale item of the season. Congratulations. Everyone else hates you because I know you botted that shit. No one manualed one of these. It's impossible. If someone did manual one of these, you are officially the like cook legend of the Supreme universe. But that's gonna wrap it up for this list. If you guys want more videos similar to this, like I said, drop a like. Feel free to leave comments of any suggestions you have. I will be doing some more videos to wrap up this season, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been your boy Boom. I also will be doing a lot of non-Supreme related topics. Thank you for sticking with me in the off season. I really do appreciate that. Peace.